Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can see in the title of the video, today we are going to be doing a get ready with me. So let's get started. What we're going to be using is the primer potion by Urban Decay, and this is my favorite primer so far. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this, and then you're going to put it in your eyelid. Next step I do is I balm on my lips, and just because my lips are really dry. Next thing I'm going to be using is a Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion for dry skin. So I'm going to grab a little bit, like the tiniest amount. See? And then blend it in. Next thing I'm going to be using, and I literally just got out of bed, so you can see the hair. That's okay. Next thing I'm going to do is my eyes, and the palette that I will be by Jaclyn Hill. In the old one, not the new one. This palette, I'm going to be using these colors right here. Maybe start off with a basic color. This one. And I'm going to be using a blending brush. I'm going to be using M441 by Morphe. I'm going to go in. I'm staying on my eyelid right where the crease starts, right here. I'm going to start right there, just so I don't start too high or too low. Next thing I'm going to use is this color right here in the middle by a Wet n Wild palette. The palette is called Silent Era Film, and I'm going to apply this on the crease. And just a tiny bit. Eyeshadows are really pigmented. Once you've already put that color on, I'm going to go back into the Morphe brushes palette. And I'm going to use the orange color, this one right here. I'm using the same brush. I'm gonna go back into the Wet n Wild palette, and I'm gonna use this color again, but I'm gonna use a flat brush by Wet n Wild. I'm gonna put it lid just like that. And I'm gonna go back in with the blending brush that I was using, and I'm gonna blend it in. And then you go in with a clean brush, a clean blending brush, and I'm going to be using this brush by Morphe. Is the M330, and it's clean. So all you're doing is blending and making sure there's no harsh lines. I kind of started off backwards today. I usually do my brows, my eyes, and the rest. I don't know why. Next color I'm going to go in with is this color by Bonbons. I literally don't know where I got it. I'm so sorry. I don't know where I got it, and I don't know the name of it. It just says Bonbons eyeshadow powder. It is a goldy color. You see? Oh my god, and so pretty. Oh, so good. So I'm just gonna dip my fingers like that, and I'm just gonna tap. Gorgeous. And it's not as sparkly as I wanted it, so I'm gonna try and go in with the one I said I might have go in. I'm gonna use another finger with my finger, and I'm gonna go in the middle first just to see the color, and I like it, so I'm gonna spread it with my finger like that. I'm gonna use the clean blending brush just to blend it. Okay, so I did my eyebrows off camera because I do want to do a separate video on how I do my brows. Let's continue, and I'm going to be using an eyelash curler to curl my lashes before I put on mascara. So I'm going to be using Buxom Big T's. This is how the packaging looks. I like this mascara. This is actually the first time I use it, and I really like it. So the foundation I'll be using is the L'Oreal True Match, and I am W7. I'm going to be using a beauty blender. I'm going to pour a little bit on my hand first. So I poured a little bit, and I'm going to grab and dab. And I'm going to stay in one zone because this foundation dries really quick. So the concealer I'll be using is L'Oreal Visible Lift CC Eye Concealer. This is how it looks. I'm going to do a triangle under my eye. Before I even start blending out the concealer, I always prep myself with a brush and my setting powder. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild contouring palette, and this is the one in caramel toffee. I'm going to be using the banana powder side. I'm going to tap in and have it prepped so when I'm done. So I'm going to be brush on one, blending on the other. Don't rub, tap. And I'm going in with this. And I'm going to squeeze it like that. I'm going like that. Okay, once you set your concealer, you go in with contour. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. That's how it looks. For blush, I'm going to be using Thrilled. So cute, so pink, so sparkly. And then I'm going to focus a little bit on the cheeks, but I'm going to focus the rest on like right here, this area. Next thing I'm going to do is apply highlight. The highlighter I'm going to be using is a liquid highlighter, Becca, and it is in open. I'm going to grab whatever's on the top like that, and I'm going to go in like that with my fingers as well. I'm going to go back into the palette that I used by Morphe on the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go in with color. I'm going to grab a flat brush like this. I'm going to go on the waterline. Once I've added that color, then I go into the Wet n Wild palette and I grab the same color, this one, add it in the waterline as well. Then I go back in with the mascara on my bottom lashes. The last thing we're gonna do is highlighter, powder highlighter. And well, actually that's not the last thing. We still need to do lips. So the next thing we're gonna do is highlighter. And we're going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette in Sun Dipped. And we're going to be using the Morphe E33 brush. Fan brush? I love this brush. So soft. We're going to be using Moonstone. And just like that, fan it on. Yes, honey. And then I do grab a little bit and put it on top of my lip. And for lippies, I have quite a few I want to wear. Put in this primer by Bite Beauty. So that dries up a little. I'm going to brush my hair just to detangle it. So the lip color that I'm going to be using is by Milani, and I'm going to be using the color Matte Darlin'. And that's how it looks. Kind of brighty pinky.